when it's time to put an impedance test trace on the layers, which you'll see later on we do want, we don't need to measure differential impedance because it's not relevant. So we'll just have single 50 ohm traces on each layer as test traces. And one final observation, this not close enough rule also applies to single-ended traces, because you get the same delta Z's when you go close and far apart routing single-ended traces, and you don't want that. Once we've established the impedance we're going to use in our printed circuit board, the next task is picking the laminate system that we're going to build the board from. There have been historically two classes, I would guess, I'd say. One woven from E-glass, which is reinforcement, and the other known as S-glass, which has a different formulation that lowers the loss. And if you were to use S-glass, you sign yourself up with a couple of constraints. The first one is it's single source, and it costs a whole lot more to buy the base laminate. So I would argue stick with E-glass, and all of the really good laminates we're using for low loss going forward are done with E-glass. Now, laminate systems are known by their resin systems. Quite a few different choices to pick from. I'll list some of them in the next slide. And each of the resin systems we're going to talk about has been formulated to meet some particular requirement. If you were to go to Chapter 5 of Reference 4, which is a book I wrote, the merits of the different laminate families are discussed and why they were formulated. This slide lists the resin systems that are currently out in circulation. Some of them are now not very well widely available, but the first laminate systems we had to choose from were epoxy-based or polyamide-based. And the epoxy-based systems are what came to be known as FR4. Of course, FR4 doesn't really mean a laminate system at all. It just means UL class, flame retardant class 4. But we had those to choose from, and as time went by, we came up with other kinds of resins to solve different kinds of problems. PPO and PPE are resin systems that are designed to tolerate high temperatures, and those are the ones that are in the Nelco, excuse me, the Panasonic Megtron 6 and 4 formulations. Cyanide ester is another, phenolic cured epoxy. That is the stuff of real low cost laminate. Cyanide ester is